Hi everybody and welcome. VCA40 is about to start, so pretty exciting stuff and great to see everyone in the chat really early. So hi everybody, good morning to many of you and good afternoon, good evening to the rest of you. Very cool to see you all here and OMG, 3 billion Axion in this mega VCA sale. Unbelievable, amazing stuff. So we're looking forward to that as we go. Hey, big hi, Cripple says hello. Good morning people from Cripple. And Shane Walker, good morning, Cripple. And what else? Good evening to everyone else, says Shane Walker. Very nice indeed. Cover the whole bases. Try to stay awake. Jumping jacks and a pie, meat pie. That's a classic one, that one. And pull-ups, says Shane Walker. Hey, Shane. And Cripple says John Atkins. Good morning, John. Good to see you here as well. And what a few issues there with trying to edit messages. Yeah, I always have that myself as well. And Shane says, hey, John, good to see John Atkins here. OMG, Mega VCA 40, 3 billion Axion about to open. Once again, I think that's pretty huge. So nice to see that. And hi, Shane. Not sure how to edit either, just on iPhone right now. So quite a few comments in there before we even went live. So nice to see you guys all online. And of course, Cripple, here we go, Cripple. I believe. And so very nice. And FC Viking in there, doing the KFC mantra, KFC. And hey, I might actually have KFC tonight for dinner. Honestly, I'm just about there. Shame it's not on the live stream, but that's how I feel. Hey, nice image there too. FE Viking, very cool photo there. All right, so going good. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Just going to double check my audio is online. Yes, the audio seems to be going great. Hey, so we got 15 minutes to go in regular auction, day 209, folks. 209 for Axion's regular auctions. We've got 200 million Axion in there, almost 201, $27,441 worth. We've got 11.58 ETH in there, slightly oversold given the price pullback probably earlier today. 11.22 for the sellout. So $28,328 versus $27,441. So oversold there. Basically, the regular auctions sell out like hotcakes anyway, despite what happens to the price. But 80% of the regular auctions goes onto Uniswap and buys Axion. So despite that buyback, there was sell pressure in there, and obviously Ethereum has pulled back slightly again. Ebbs and flows in that price range for Ethereum, up between 2,300 up to 2,900, and it just keeps wavering in there on the bottom end of that at the moment. So that's where it's at, folks. So it keeps moving around. We've got buybacks, 165 million. It's gone back to stakers. It's you and me, so very nice. $22,600 US, looking good there. Obviously, we've got the VCA. Basically mega VCA 40, that's auction day 210, about to start inside 15 minutes. We've got 3 billion Axion up for grabs, $1,000 US, $410,000 US. That's some mega money there. And let's see how we go. We've got back-to-back VCAs, VCA 40 and VCA 41. So Friday, Saturday, and that's how it's going to play out there. And so plenty of potential for some wrap Bitcoin divs to your staking page that you can withdraw immediately to your MetaMask wallet if you so choose. So some exciting stuff there. Obviously, Direwolf's coming up. We've got SKRT airdrop coming up on about the 13th, the 15th, somewhere in there, 14th, let's say. So that's coming up and looking good for that. So if you haven't seen the AMA for Direwolf, go and check it out. A few internet issues again. Hopefully they do tidy that up. Hopefully once Punky moves to his new studio abode, that will all fix itself up. All right, so let's quickly go to let's just go to the Axion Today dashboard. Quickly check out some of these numbers. Let me go back down here. Let me go over here to overview and scroll down. So you can see at the moment we've got 126.74 wrap Bitcoin divs. 96.48 has been withdrawn by stakers. So looking pretty good. We're just about to start VCA 40. Let's see what we can add on to that stakers paid and increase that quite dramatically. Also, we've got the auction at the moment. Obviously, you can see the rate at the moment. Let me just jump back to the auction rate here. 19. Okay, 19.6 million Axion per ETH outstanding. That does include the 10% bonus in Axion, plus up to 20% Axion bonus when you go to stake. Oh, wow. That's incredible stuff. and we've got plenty of news coming up from the Axion Foundation team in the weeks ahead. So good buying in at the moment. Yeah, ask me. I think Katana TV was commenting on that yesterday. Certainly is good buying in at the moment. So very cool on that. Also, the Axion price at the moment, 0001364.8, looking pretty good. If you are on a buyer, if you're a buyer, looking very good, picking up a lot of bags at the cheaper rate. And you see the daily there. We're going to jump open to the open screen, and you can see that we are well below the historical pink line support. Fortunately, we're not down quite as far as 0001. We really don't want to head down that far, but obviously we have got some pretty negative CCI, and we've got a MACD crossing below the signal line. So let's see how we go. But we certainly, if we can help it, not go quite that far. We're already down at 000136. So hopefully we can hold up at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands here and bounce off that. So that's where we're at the moment. Obviously good for buyers. If you're buying and investing, then fantastic for you for sure. But at some stage, you could get some balance in the price versus dividends as well. So there we are, folks. But lots of news is coming up from the Axion Foundation team that they've been doing over the last few months. So we're looking forward to that. And obviously, Axion version 3 is coming out, which are pretty cool. Not only getting the fees down dramatically, 1/8, but also new products as well, potential for there as well. Let's quickly go to some of the chat there. I'm getting a bit behind the time here. Kevin Wilson's in there. Hi, everybody. What happens to the early stake penalty? Axion goes into the auctions there, Kevin. Good afternoon, people, says John Robinson. Hey, John, always good to see you. And Willie's in there. Good morning, people. Good morning, Cripple. And very cool in there. Morning, Superman, as well. Good morning, Willie. Great to see you. I've got to send you the link, by the way. Let me do that in a second. And what happened to burritos? Why KFC? Well, burritos is for Axion Today show. Prana, KFC is for the Axion Token show. That's pretty much how we roll here. We are the KFC. It's our sponsor. Well, hopefully there'll be a sponsor. In fact, I should probably look into that. Getting KFC as a sponsor would be quite nice. Paul and Chipolito will be disappointed. Hey, no, that they're all about the burritos. Very nice indeed for that one. All right, morning, Willie, says Cripple. And you joining the stream today, that's possibility, folks. FBAM, I need my first guest, Cripple. I need my first guest, and I'm going to be honoured to possibly get Aunt Willie on here. Morning, says FBAM, bam, 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 bam. Morning, FBAM. There, that was some extra FBAMs for you. Very cool. All right, let me get the old invite code. Copy that out there. This is going to be a first for me, so it's going to be pretty fun. Let me pull up the old Discord here, and I'm going to pull this off the line. Let's go. Here we are. Take that off the line. Now let's go back. You guys can still see the auction, no doubt. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it's working perfectly fine. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good day. Sounds like some of you are just waking up early morning, so that should be fun. That should be really good. All right, so there we are. Boom. All right, so there's the link, Aunt Willie. Just send it to you on Discord. Hopefully that helps you out, and look forward to being my very first guest. I think there's got to be some prize for that for sure, up for Gabs. Who knows? We've got to watch the space on that. All right, let's jump here. Prana says, or something like that. So I think that's about the wolves, maybe. Not sure, but there we are. So we've still got 8 minutes to go. I actually started 5 minutes earlier because there's so many people in the chat. I couldn't leave them hanging. So there we are. I started to change the clock 5 minutes earlier. Don't know if anyone noticed that, but there we are. Once again, I always say this: grab yourself a drink, hot cocoa, a Milo, maybe a latte, a cappuccino for those in the morning, or if you're in the evening, maybe a bit of a light beverage, whatever. It's up to you. Yeah. Relax, sit back. We're going to be doing the opening sniping our VCA40 mega VCA 3 billion Axion up for grabs, 410,000 US dollars. That's a mighty meaty burrito, that one. So very cool. All right, I'll just have to wait and see. I've got the studio open, and we'll see there. Bam. Cripple says bam bam. So it's really cool. Hey, if you're new to Axion, welcome, and hit up in the chat there. We always like to see new people to Axion. We're a very welcoming community, and if you're looking for a long-term investments with 8% return plus Wrap Bitcoin and Axion dividends basically every day of the year, on top of that, then get on board. And obviously the time is the great time at the moment before all the news comes out. We've just had a few news items this week, but get in early, and I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Alex K, our moderator's in this house in the house. Happy Friday, you all. Looks like auction sold out. Great price for buyers, absolutely. And FBAM, the best community ever. That's right, the best community ever. So you're in good hands here. Once again, we like to meet new people, so let yourself be known in the chat, and we'll probably end up, celebrating that. So pretty cool. All right, let's have a look here. All right, so we're going to get Aunt Willie on probably in 20 or so minutes, something like that, and possibly be my first guest. So that's going to be fun too. Let's do it. If anyone else wants to come on, let me know. DM me in the Discord, and you can be whoever's going to be the first. It could be Aunt Willie. Who knows? Let's find out. It's going to be a bit of fun in any case. Hope you guys are up for that. All right, so let's have a look here. We're just counting down 6 minutes to go. We're obviously oversold, so nothing happening here in the action. Let's have a quick look at the CoinGecko and check out the prices on there. I actually do prefer nomics.com, but just for ease, I'm just going to go onto the CoinGecko. Let's see that, and we've got here the price. The Bitcoin price 36,757, Ethereum price 2,446. So you can see another red day. Notice how it's been going: green day, red day, green day, red day. Pretty much like that. Obviously over the week, still down 14.5% on that one. Binance Coin, all red, all red. Even our two big picks, of course, at the moment are still Cardano and Binance Coin. That's still on the channel. Everything's pretty red. Let's see if we can find anything green. We've got Ampers up green 24 hours. Excuse me, that's up green. So we've got one there that's up green. We've got Terra's up green. Leo token. I don't know if any of you guys are in any of these. Chillers is up a bit, 13% for the 24 hours. And what else? We've got one other. We've got Warsis up 20. So that's where they're at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the Ethereum price just over the last 24 hours and watch that curve. Well, I'm sure that's the way it's going. All right, let's just quickly look at the 24 hours. So we're still 43.8% off the all-time high, $4,360. Look, we actually peaked up there for a bit, up to, what was it, we got up $2,634 is the peak over the last 24 hours. And here we are just zigzagging down to the bottom of the range, 4.4. We look at the last, let's look at the last 30 days and see what that profile looks like. So yeah, definitely zigzagging along the side there for the last 2.5 weeks, I guess, is the way it's going. Bottomed out at below 2,000, but fortunately we popped back over that 2,000. It was very good that we did, and we'll see where we go from here. All right, let's jump back to the price. Obviously, let's jump out of the price here for Axion and look at Hex. Hex is continuing to climb. Wow. Obviously, we're talking about the Pulsechain backing up that price rise. And obviously, Hex is going to be a key beneficiary with Hex not being sold back onto the market from the looks of it. So reduced liquidity. Look at that, keeps tranching up. We're going to have a quick check of that right now. Obviously, if you're going to get into the Pulsechain, there's a first phase, a sacrifice phase. We're waiting for that to come out. I think that also the founder, Richard Hart's waiting for the market to possibly have another pump to get the values up. The higher the value of the market, the more valuation of the Pulsechain. That's pretty much the way it's going to work on that one. So there we are. We've got just spiking up there. Was it 7.8 cents today? Pretty amazing, and 8.2 cents yesterday. You can see it's about to bust out of that line, and what we're expecting, just our speculation, of course, not investment advice, but expecting that to bust out to at least 10 to 12 cents, and we'll see how that goes. So that's what we're looking out for. And obviously, if the sacrifice phase comes out, we could see a price push up over a matter of a couple of weeks. It could happen. So we're just going to watch out for that too. That's where that's at. So that's been probably the highlight of the day. Been watching stuff. Wise is down at 46 cents. Just follows the ETH at the moment on the ETH pair. And that's pretty much everything else. Pretty damped down, isn't it, at the moment? All right, so that's that. Let's jump back to the auction. We've got 2 minutes to go. Let's quickly check how the live stream's going and make sure they haven't got anyone knocking on my door trying to get in. All right, so there we are. All right, so let's go back to that. And wow, boy, it got really behind there. Bags Full's in the house. Hey, Bags Full, good to see you. Some really Superman, just to throw the StreamYard link in the general chat and see who will join. Hey, that's pretty risque. Pretty risque. We might just do that though. Hey, Patricia, nice to see you, Patricia. And Patricia's in there. Hi, Patricia. So there we are. And Cardano TV locked on and listening. Very cool on that one. Prana's got a big clap out there. And hi, Patricia and Cardano. Very cool. Morning, Patricia from Cripple. And it's a bit of morning. Hi, hey, says Robbie. Hi, Patricia, says Alex. So lots of hidey highs here. We're counting it down last 2 minutes, folks, of this regular auction, day 209. All right, and hi, Robbie from Alex there. Good to see everyone. Superman, hey, Robbie, good to see you. Your powers of KFC are starting to work on me. It could happen tonight, but it may not be on air. I could end up going for dinner at the KFCs, but who knows? I'll let you know how I get on. Hi, Robbie. Don't mention KFC, says John. Yeah, that's true. That Patricia's in there. Hi, Cripple, FBAM, Cardano TV, Prana, John Atkins, Alex, John Robinson, A. Willie, Robbie Davidson, Shane Walker, FE Viking, plus Axion Token with a card out to all of you. So very nice from Patricia. Much appreciated. And hey, says a big heart. Look, big heart. Boop, boop, like that. Shane Walker, okay, I'm back. Had to crush a fudder quick. That's all right. That's good to crush the fudders. And okay, I will not mention Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, well done. Well done, Robbie. All right. Hey, bags full. Hi, Heidi. And what else? Did someone say KFC? I think Patricia's going to eat KFC before the rest of us do. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. All right. It's finger licking good. It is finger licking good. And in moderation, of course, in moderation. We've got 44 seconds to go. We're just about finished this auction today. And Lamso's in the house. Hey, Superman in chat. Got a couple of mates investing in Axion over the last few days. Price is just too cheap. Awesome, Lamso. That's a bit the community spreading the word about Axion Supercharged Certificate of Deposit is awesome stuff. So very cool. And well done to you, Lamso. Hi, everybody from Sanders. And the Colonel is calling. It is calling. And it may be answered. Who knows? We've got 18 seconds left to go. Ha, Robbie, says Patricia. KFC versus burrito. Absolutely. And finally, up to date there. Hi, Sanders and Patricia. No, I would never eat it. Ha, 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 ha. I was just teasing you. I knew you probably wouldn't eat it, but there we are. I got you good today. All right, 2 seconds. We're just about finished. It's over. Regular auction is oversold, and it's 209. Day 209. It's done for dusted. We've got 165 million in dividends from it. Awesome stuff in Axion, so that's cool and very cool on that one. Now, what else? We've got the VCA40 coming up. Can you believe it? 4T is coming up. That's huge. Mega VCA, 3 billion Axion. So that's going to be epic. We're going to see that refresh in a minute. It's worth $410,000 US. This is a biggie so you could buy a lot of KFC with $410,000. You could buy a lot of burritos, probably more burritos for $210,000. So maybe burritos is the best, more efficient food purchase. Buying burritos, I guess. Let me know in the chat if America or UK or anywhere else in the world it's cheaper. You get more burritos per 410,000 than you would KFC. That's pretty interesting. All right, we're going to refresh the page and see where the update goes. Looking good. All right. Let's go here. So we're just refreshing. Boom, there we are. Whoa, 3 billion and 6 million Axion up for grabs. Huge day ahead of us in the next 24 hours. Huge day. And now is back-to-back VCA too. We've got 500 million Axion following up on this on auction day, Mega VCA 41. Not Mega VCA, but VCA 41. And that's auction day 211. That's going to be back-to-back Friday, Saturday. Now we need 167.76 Ethereum in there. And that's basically 410,000, and we're going to wrap Bitcoin dividends. Now, if you want to go into today's auction, this is what you'll get as a bidder. You'll get 17.8 million Axion per ETH at the moment. Obviously, it's not until the end of the 24-hour period that you get the final price, but at the moment, 17.8 million Axion per ETH, which is right up there near the record level books. Where we're at the moment, we've been breaking new records. Pretty amazing. But you'll also get 10% wrap Bitcoin back immediately to your wallet. So that's the other thing. So you can get 17.8 million Axion plus 10% wrap Bitcoin cash back. Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. I've just lost my tongue there. So you're going to get 10% wrap Bitcoin cash back to your MetaMask wallet or whatever wallet you're going to use immediately as you put into auction. And then you'll also, once you withdraw and stake your Axion, you'll get a 20% Axion bonus if you do, or 6% for 350 days, or up to 20% for 15.2 years or 5,555 days. So that's what you'll get as extra bonus. Then on top of that, you get longer pays better, which is 20% more shares. So instead of Axion, more shares per year, up to over 15 years is over 300% more shares. So it's incredible incentives to go on the auction. So that's what you can get today. Now you can find the link in the video description. You can come to this page, hook up your wallet, put your click send on your MetaMask, put your bid in, and send it away, and in it will go, and then you'll have a new light item below showing your bet, and you can withdraw and stake that at the end of the day. Once you do that, of course, it will show up on the staking page, so it'll move from the auction page to the staking page. You can see your new fine dandy stake there. Minimum withdrawal period, minimum staking period is 60 days, and maximum is 5,555 days, which we call the max share period, and that gives you the most shares and therefore the most rewards. And we have the vast majority of people going to auctions end up max staking. So ching ching on the divs for that one. All right, that's a bit of an overview of the auction. Hope you guys will enjoy that one. Let's go back to the commentary there. Patricia says, hi Lambo. And what's it? Patricia says, I wouldn't even eat if Axion gets to $1. That's hilarious. That's classic. All right, Axion, go to $1. Go to $1. $1.01. $1.01. We want Axion at $1.01. And then that becomes KFC. And Fax says, Robbie. Patricia wouldn't even eat. Yeah, that's Fax. Oh, sorry, it was Robbie that said that, and then Fax, absolutely. Hey, Patricia, says Samso, and a lot of big hearts there from FBAM, Bam, Bam. FBAM's probably recovered now from his bachelor party, so that's good to see him in full stead. Mega VCA says Patricia, absolutely. And Shane Walker, did I just read that KFC is better than burritos? No, I'm not sure if you read that. I think that, was it? Let's have a look. Versus burritos, versus. And Patricia says, I FBAM. And impossible. I love that phrase. You heard me. Impossible. That's right. And Robbie says 3 billion and a record number of tokens. Absolutely, pretty outstanding stuff there. We haven't had. I don't think we've had tokens that many until those first 6 VCAs we had at the very beginning or something like that, where we had like 14 or so. But this is certainly a record for a long time. We'll see whether we get sniped in there. Wow, that's a mega auction. Certainly is. Look at that, 3 billion mega VCA. Only was it 2 weeks ago we had caught up. I think it was 2 weeks ago we'd caught up and we were dust and dusted, and now we're back here with a bigger mega VCA. Offers a lot of value to people, especially with the price at the moment is sitting at 0.00135, and that's where we're at. Obviously, it's Ethereum is down at 2,428, so that's cheaper if you've got fiat currency coming in, buying Ethereum, entering the auction. That's a cheaper deal for you at the moment, plus with the Axion price. So if you're coming in with fiat, investing into Axion, you're coming in at a real buyer's time. Very cool. All right, so that's where we're at there at the moment. What do we got there? 21 people in the chat. Let's go for gold. And let me do the old, I'm going to copy this in. Hey, we're going to post that out. Let's have a look. I'm just checking that at the moment. All right, good looking good. All right, so if you want to join live stream, be the first one. Here we go. I'm going to put it in chat. Join live. Boom. Feel free to join live if you want. And very cool, says Shane. And there we are. You can join live. Be my first guest. Who's going to be first? I don't know. I have no idea. Am I going to be able to control? I don't know. It could be all over the place in this live stream. And so, yeah. Do I have anything near the competence of Paul running a live stream, or Robbie, or Patricia? I'm not sure, but it's going to happen, possibly. We'll find out. We'll see who comes in for sure. It's going to be a bit of fun. All right, so what are we up to at the moment? We're just going back to here, and we're just waiting for some ETH to come in, folks. So ETH to come in. Is it going to come in? Are we going to get sniped out? Is someone going to come in with 50 ETH or something like that? Are we going to get some crazy numbers of ETH coming in from a whale? We'll find out. Hey, I've had a ding-dong bell. Let's see how we go. Looking good. Hey, Willie. All right. Hey! Looking good. Let's make sure I've got the audio. Very cool. Hey, how are you doing, Aunt Willie?
Yeah, doing good. Doing very good. I have some...
Very nice. You're my very first guest. Great to have you here.
Let me see. Can you hear me good? I have some problems with the sound, maybe. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, very good, very good.
Hey.
So, welcome. How are you?
Very good. You're my very first guest, which is great to have you on. So, there we are.
I need to fix something, I think. Just give me a moment. You speak.
Sure. So, Shane Walker's got Trump. I'm not sure what that one is. And Patricia's jump on and try to convince him to have KFC tonight. Yeah, that's you, Robbie. That's the gambit. And wait, can we? Joking? You can. And was it Woohoo Forest guest? First guest. That's right, Prana. and just waiting to get some of the earphones on there. Shane says join, and I can hear Willie. So they can hear you, Willie.
Okay, perfect. Now I think I'm good.
Yeah, sounds really clear. So it's great.
Okay, perfect. So
Bravo.
I'm your first guest.
You are. So
wow,
welcome.
What an honor.
It is. Ever? How long I've been running this for? Like, I don't know, 7 months, 8 months, something like that. So you're my very first guest in all that time. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah.
This will go down in the history books. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will remember this day when you have 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, looks like we've got my second guest, Robbie from the Axion Today Show. He looks like KFC, to be honest. He's powerful. His mind controls are very powerful. I feel like KFC now. So it's kind of weird, the power that Robbie has. Hello, Robbie.
KFC is calling your name, Superman. It's calling your name.
KFC Kryptonite. That's good. Hey, welcome, Robbie. Good to have you on the show.
Good to be here, man. It's awesome. I'm really going to enjoy this. I'm just going to sit in the background. I'm going to just kind of participate as KFC, just so you keep seeing KFC, because I thought the hypnotic powers are not working so well with you. I felt that I really just got to keep showing you that KFC.
It's great. It's great. I think it's going to work. I think I'm probably going to get it after the live show. It's starting to happen now. You perseverance. This is the thing. Perseverance is the key, right? Just keeping consistent.
Yep. So you just do your thing. Just do your thing, and just know that KFC is just in the background calling out for you.
Very cool.
We want to see it on stream. I'm not going to be satisfied until you eating KFC on stream one night is going to make my whole year. I'm telling you right now.
I know it's going to happen. I might have to delay it. I might not have to have it then tonight. I might have to get it pre bought in or something. Right. Maybe I just call it. Wait, I'll just call it in now. Should I just pull it in and get it delivered? Maybe that's the way to go.
Do it up. Just get that app going and just get that delivered right now.
All right. Very nice. Shane says I was going to go on, but I can't compete with the kernel. Hey, it's hard to compete with the kernel. That's one beautiful chicken box there. Very nice. And what do we got there? Patricia, subliminal programming. No, Robbie's right up front with it. I appreciate it. It's encouraging. So, Willie, you've just been on for a drive, have you?
Yeah, just drove my wife to work. So just 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. So just came back.
Yeah, it's great to have you on the show. It's morning where you are, right?
Yeah, that's correct. In Norway, now we have it's summer, so the summer is beginning, and
beautiful.
I think maybe it's the opposite in New Zealand, right? It's the winter coming.
Winter's just starting up, just cooling up. That's why I'm wearing this pullover thing.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called, a hoodie, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
Hey, we just got 4 ETH in there. Woo! Willie, you've got good luck for this VCA, because 4 ETH in there, and maybe it was our KFC sponsor.
We need the dance. We need the dance. We need the dance. We need the dance. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's the good.
There we go.
Do the Robbie. Do the Robbie. I just named that for you. I've just put that on the global dance languages. That's the Robbie doing the flow there. Come back to that. It's just so funny, Robbie. It's funny how often I get the feeling to go and dance again. Isn't that crazy? When you've been into dancing, it's really is kind of like that. Just comes back and it makes you want to do that. So quite funny. I don't know if Robbie, if you saw, have you seen that cruise ship liner video on YouTube, where the guy is he's just in the audience, and they have a breakdance crew there entertaining the people on the big ship, one of those big Disney ships or something. Yeah. And I don't know if you've seen it, but
I have seen it.
He's old school. He's old school, and he comes and he's better than the breakers that are in the crew by a long shot. And it's just hilarious. I love that video.
That's a great video.
Yeah. And he had the dancey style as well as being really good at what he was doing. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally.
And I need to do a live stream just on, maybe I should do another channel on dancing. I don't know. We'll send the first 4 ETH to Patricia. She needs it for fine dining. She does. Does Patricia really? Do you do fine dining all the time? I think she does actually. Patricia says a smile for that. That must be confirmation. So John Atkins just been watching Ragnarok TV series on Netflix. Beautiful scenery in Norway. There we are, Willie. Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice, very beautiful. We have the mountains, the fjords. You know, we have perfect nature. So nothing to complain about.
Yeah, sounds nice. So quite a lot of similarities to New Zealand in some ways. Then mountains, rivers, and things. Yep.
Yeah.
I did see. I don't know, Robbie, up in America. I did see I think it's one of the states that put a bounty on Sasquatch or something in Tennessee or somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just saw that came out on the news that it's quite a lot of money too. I think.
Not heard that yet.
Yeah. Just saw that come out. Like it was an actual state department or something, or some state governance.
There's a bounty on the Sasquatch, and where is this? You said in Canada or in
no, I think it's in one of those North American states that often have sightings.
It's in America, and they have a bounty for the Sasquatch.
Yeah, I think is it the state Bigfoot or Sasquatch? Which one? It depends where you are, right?
I don't know. I mean, there's Bigfoot and Sasquatch. I'm not sure if they're different or the same, but I know that they're definitely mysterious and hard to find.
You know, I thought that was quite hilarious, them putting that bounty up for it. So
that's funny.
Hopefully it was alive, right? Hopefully it was bounty alive. Yeah. Oh, very nice. We'll have to pull up some. We'll have to pull up some Norway images. Then I guess we. So we're basically 15 minutes in, folks, and we've got 4 ETH in there, which is a pretty good start. So
will we sell out this auction?
As I always say, my always level is as good as like a 70% sale out. But then I always normalize these big VCAs to a 500 million one, right? It seems to make sense. And so if we obviously we do. What's about 30 ETH or something? I'm not sure. Well, is it even 28 ETH probably to sell out a standard VCA at the moment? So let's actually do the math on that. So we need 6 times. So
you can see it on Axion. I think Axion.today actually will say how many Ethereum.
Yeah. So it is 28. So
150. Right. Yeah, it's 151 Ethereum.
Yeah. So on that one, so. Yeah, but good start with 4 ETH in there. That's pretty nice.
Really nice.
What if we've got the activity coming up? See whether we got that bid in there. Not showing up quite yet. So it's not showing there at the moment, but hopefully we'll get that pulling up. So anyway, so we've looking pretty good. We've got 283.8 billion. I always say million, but billion supply. We got 46.8 billion liquid. Take off about 2.5 billion for the dev wallet. That's floating around, and we're back down a bit then at 237 billion for total stake, and we're still sitting in that 83.5 to 84% stake mark, which is nice, but certainly sitting in that range. And Axion stakes 116.64 billion. Axion, pretty awesome. 8,129 stakes, heading up towards that 9,000. It's going to be pretty good, and obviously Wrap Bitcoin's looking pretty good too. So we go to shares 585.7 billion shares, so that just keeps climbing. Amazing number, really. I always like saying the 500 billion. We're over 500 billion. Cool. Pretty nice there. I did see someone. Oh, there we go. The dolphin came in. Yeah, we love the dolphins. So nice one there. Like I said, I've been really enjoying seeing all the new investors, smaller investors coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
Over the last few weeks, it's been a definitely clear trend.
We've had a bunch of new sharks. I think there even new whales in the last bit. So yeah, I mean that's exactly what happens when you start seeing these incredibly great opportunities. Is people see them as great opportunities to dive in and going, wow, I can really get into this at a really great price. So you're definitely seeing that happen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens when V3 comes out and see if we get a lot of smaller investors coming in. I really think we do smaller amounts.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that it spreads. Axion Vision 3 spreads like wildfire amongst the Ethereum projects because it's just leading the charge. In that space. So very cool. Do you know, Robbie? Do you know much about the board of investors? What they've been up to lately since your last show? Remember you had that show about a month ago or so.
I mean, as far as everything is trucking along. I mean, moving along with the mission of continuing to stake, and it's going very well as far as all the things that are being accomplished. Everyone's pretty much following a suit with that. Yeah, really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good news. All right, so that's we're up there. So we've got a nice one. So basically, out of the 4 ETH, for people that are new to Axion, we basically 10% goes back to them as a cashback. So they get $970 here, which is pretty nice. And the 0.0265 BTC. Obviously, paid to stakers goes 0.225 BTC. So if you're staked with Axion, you basically get that, which is really exciting. That's $8,250, and then the 5% remainder goes back to the Axion Foundation to run the show, as it were. So nice one. Let's go down here and just check out that auction as well. So 151 looking good. And if we jump back here, you can see on the official Axion, that's where you actually go to bid into the auction. So you can hook up your wallet as well if you're new to Axion. And you can see that today is a venture capital auction. It's in a VCA, 85% of the ETH bid is used to buy back from wrapped Bitcoin from the market. So that's a beautiful thing. And if you're super bullish about wrapped Bitcoin over the next few years, then it's a great thing to hodl as well. But obviously, you can do whatever you want with it. You can sell it and buy more Axion. You can just buy some other token, or you can sell it into US dollars, or you can just hold it and hodl. So lots of different options for you, and that's what all the investors have got. Let's see what they've got so far. If we go back up here, look at this. 126.97 wrapped Bitcoin is sitting, most likely, if it's not sold, of course, in the wallets of Axion holders. So it's really awesome. 4.7 million US dollars. Obviously, if the price goes up 2x, it's double, etc., etc. So I'm super bullish on Bitcoin.
Interesting tidbit on the wrapped Bitcoin. I just found this out actually last week, but it represents 1% of the entire supply of Bitcoin is in wrapped Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain. Yeah. Interesting.
I think there's about 128,000 or something like that, isn't there?
Yeah, it represents 1% of the entire supply. So pretty extraordinary.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Yeah.
And that's been custodial match 1-to-1. It's been around for quite a few years. Can't remember it was a brother crew that did put that together. Can't remember originally. It's quite a bit of news at the time. Obviously going on the Ethereum blockchains. Yeah. Let me go here. So what have I got? Gertz is in the house. Good morning, Gertz. Good to see you. And Robbie in the morning show. Yeah, we got Robbie on here. He's missing his KFC hat, which is kind of kind of confusing now. Gertz, good morning to all. And hey, Sander Suitman is a world-class dancer and a world-class auctioneer. What are the odds of that? I don't know. But it's going to Robbie. Hey, you know who aren't the best auctioneers? Those people, is it from Texas or somewhere, where they do those auctions for the ranches, where they do all the bulls and stuff. They're really amazing. It's down.
They really do. Over there. Yeah. There's actually a school. There's actually an auctioneer school you can attend actually to become like
that good.
Yeah, that good.
That good. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. All right, so that's where we're at the moment. So we're looking, about 21 minutes into the opening sniping hour of VCA number 40, a mega VCA, 3 billion Axion up for grabs. We've had actually a really good start with that 4 ETH in there, and that's from a nice dolphin there. So they'll probably likely end up being was a shark after if they upgrade that with staking. So it looks like that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Right. It's phenomenal right now getting the extra bonuses, for staking. It really adds up a considerable amount, especially with the prices right now and where things are at. It really does add up, especially with the up to 20% extra on top. Yeah.
Let's pull that. Let's see if I can add that in there. So let me go to the Discord. I'm going to bring up the Discord here. Let's go see what happens when you actually withdraw and stake from an auction. So if you're not familiar, you bid into the auction. That will have a relatively small transaction fee at the moment compared to what it has been, about $10, $15 maybe. And let's jump on here, and let's go up to the announcements. And we're going to pull up the form that you pull up when you finish the auction at the end of the 24-hour period. You have to withdraw and stake it, and you'll see all the new benefits that are there. So we're going to scroll up here and just check that out. So it's really for new people. They're not familiar with the auction process. And so we're going to climb up here to the announcements. You can see the form here. This has been posted. So what happens when you actually withdraw and stake? You just basically put in the number of days that you want to stake. You'll have your winnings out of the auction at the end of the 24-hour period. That's when the final price of the auction. You'll know how much Axion per ETH that you get. Obviously, at the moment, we got near record levels, so pretty awesome. So you have your auction winnings. Then you'll get your additional Axion bonus. So if you do 350 days, you get 6% bonus of Axion. If you do up to 5,555 days, which is 15.2 years, you'll get 20% more Axion on top of that rate, that auction money. So pretty handsome there. So you have the total principal is what you end up getting out. There's huge bonuses, and that's what Robbie's talking about. And then you divide that by the share rate at the time, which is what's about 1.16, isn't it, Robbie? So then you divide by that, and that will give you your basic shares. So what happens is that when you take all your Axion out of the auction, you'll then swap it over, basically, in simple terms, for shares. And so your Axion that you had will be destroyed, but in return you'll get shares, and those shares are the most important thing in Axion, because that means that determines how much of the reward pool that you have, your shares versus the total amount of shares that all the stakers have. And that's called your share percentage, and that's the key number that will determine how many rewards you get, like dividends from all the auctions, plus the 8% inflation per year. So that's pretty much how it works, folks. And then obviously that's your basic shares, and then on top of that there's a longer pays better bonus, which means the longer you stake, the more rewards you will get. And so basically it's 20% per year, so up to 5,555 days or 15.2 years. So that's if you did a max share stake, which is the 15.2 year period, then you'd get over 300% on top of all those Axion bonuses. So very nice indeed. Plus you also would, if you do longer than 5 years, you'll get access to all those big paydays. There's 5 of them in a row, and that's 50 billion Axion spread out over those 5 periods. And so that's really cool too. And most people max share. Why do they max share for so long? Is because they're wanting to get as many shares as they can, get as much of the reward pool, and of course that means they get more wrapped Bitcoin. And that's currently the main game by investing long term. Obviously, you're getting great returns, over 8% on sort of a deposit part as well, plus all those dividends. Very nice. So that's a bit of an overview for if you're new to Axion. So hopefully that helps you as well. And after you do that, you put in the amount of days, you get all these rewards. You just click stake, and there we are. You've done. And what that will happen is that will move you from the auction page, and your stake that you've got will show up on the stake page. You go to the stake page at the bottom, and it will show your stakes that you've got here. It doesn't show here, there's just a demo account, but that's where your stakes will show up. So hopefully that helps you there. All right. I've got some comments there, and let's go into some of the chats here. Let's have a look at it says Axion School, you said, Robbie. I'm not 100 to 1. And USSR, US user share percentage rate. Nice one. And Shane Walker, I'm listening, but sniffing in the background makes me want to stay awake. Oh, is it? I don't know where you are, Shane. Is it winter there too? Might be the case. Who knows? All right, so we're 36 minutes. What's that? No, we're 24 minutes. No, we're 26 minutes in. 26 minutes in there. So getting my numbers all twisted there. 26 minutes in the sniping hour. We've got some wonderful guests, and I've just covered up Robbie's face. There we are. I can see him again. Whee! We're not really.
Did you get everything all? Did you get your form signed for Direwolf for your airdrop?
I've done the Direwolf form. Yes, nice. I have. So has everyone else done that as well? So you can basically go on the launch page, click if you tell you whether you're eligible. Mine says I'm not on this one, but if you've got an account that's eligible, 1 max share stake, minimum 500,000 Axion staked max share, you'll be able to get access to that. You basically click on there, click here, and it will take you to the max Direwolf latest one. And
we got more Ethereum in the auction, just to let you know. We got another 2.62.
Let's go back. Let's go back. We're swinging back around.
Get the dance going. Get the dance.
Party. We're gonna party. Come on and party. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, we're looking good. All right, we're losing the plot down here in New Zealand. You can see we're going completely nuts. I think we're about to fall off the world, the bottom of the world. I think we're almost there. But there we are, 6.62 ETH. We're looking good. This is actually a really strong start, Robbie, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's a very nice start for sure.
Yeah. So, Aunt Willie, have you been doing any more stakes or anything like that, or talking to people about Axion or anything? Just any topic around that?
Yeah, I talked to my family, of course, a little bit, introducing them. Nice. But it's a little bit complex, so it needs some time, to get used to the staking and the rewards, the wrapped Bitcoin. Yeah. But let's see if I get some luck. But for me, I have 5 stakes, and all are 555. So nice. I don't have any liquid. So just
sit
get
back
those
and
shares.
relax. Yeah, nice. Oh, very cool. How did you hear about Axion, by the way?
Actually, it was I was looking on YouTube, different crypto videos, and I came across Sheldon's video.
Oh, Sheldon, Evans,
nice. Sheldon, and he was talking about Axion. So I just typed in Axion in the in Google, and watched a lot of Axion today YouTube shows. And I thought it was an amazing project. So I jumped into it.
How far back ago was that? I can't remember when Sheldon was doing his video.
Well, I think I saw it a couple of months after he posted it. So it's not 6 months ago. It just 2-3 months. Really.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And how have you been enjoying the community? It's been good?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, very welcoming, very helpful.
Yeah.
And you can see the progress being made every day. You can see all the work that's going behind the scenes, for the website and the marketing. I hope now we will see a lot of good marketing now in June and July, and hope we can get a lot of new wallets.
Well, interesting was that that Punky in the marketing update the other day. I don't know if you saw that video. But it was great, wasn't it? It was actually a really good update, and they obviously got a lot of things that they couldn't talk about at the time, but they said a lot of stuff was coming. And the other thing was that he was talking about the budget. They've actually still got a lot of budget left, and that they were going to pretty much obviously direct that towards the most effective uses. But it seems like they've got a few shifted positions. I really like the social media, Twitter, really ramping up lately. I think that's a huge thing long term. Yeah. And it seems like, I think there's a Destroyer and LB. LB's on top of that, isn't it? So she's doing a wonderful job. Excellent communicator. Big fan. I saw her on Punky's show there, and I was really impressed. And she's doing some great work on the Twitter and stuff. So really cool. And I see that a lot of stuff's going out non-stop, so it's really cool. Very cool. So this is the new website that you're talking about. Well, it looks very good. I love it. And they're gonna obviously they've got this so they can change it and update it and keep it fresh over the period of time. So it's great. But I think it's straight to the point. What does Axion invest and earn and spend? Security, community, and blog, and obviously support, professional support, which I think is really good. It's actually pretty rare in crypto too to have that. And the spend.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it before. Live help.
Oh, really? Oh, right.
In crypto.
In crypto, it's pretty rare. In fact, I'm trying to think of any project. I can't think straight off the bat. I mean, there's probably a couple, but maybe some of the stable coin stuff may have. Some of them may have services like that, but. It's
very rare. It's very rare to find in crypto where you see a 24/7 customer support help desk, like right on the website. You don't see it very often. It's definitely in a class of its own for sure.
So it's very cool. And obviously you can just Axion support. There's also a big knowledge library now, which is fantastic as well. So you can get access to all that. So if you're new to Axion, this is some of the stuff, resources that you can get access to. It gives you all the explanations as well. And Punkonomics does a great series of videos on the tokenomics. So if you're wanting to understand the sort of deep dive into the investment and the maths and stuff behind it, you can go into that as well. And then there's obviously the basics, staking, auctions, and obviously DAO voting, which is going to become more important over time. Transparency, reporting, all those sort of things. And then Axion Launch, which is a big value add for Axion going forward as well. And obviously we've got 3 so far, haven't we? So this is the 3rd one we've got, and there's more to come apparently in the next few weeks. So we're looking forward to that too. That'd be exciting. So yeah, I love it. I actually really love the website. I think they've done a great job, and certainly a great landing page. So they really got a lot of the tools and platforms in place, and so they've got a nice marketing budget. I think they set up to $176,000 just up for the end of Q2. So there's a lot of stuff there that they'll focus. But obviously, it's great having a budget. Like I agree with them on the show that they've really got to get the maximum utility for it. So and I know that's where they're going to spend it. So good to see that.
Robbie, have you heard anything more about? I know you have talked about you would like Axion to go out and in conferences.
Yes.
Have you heard anything more about? Is there any plans to do that, or?
I haven't really heard anything per se, but I'm sure that that will be in full discussion because I think it makes a lot of sense for Axion to have representation at a lot of these conferences, right? So, I mean, to me, it's an ideal place to talk with people one-on-one, and being in a crypto environment like that, and I've been to many conferences over the last 8 years in crypto, so I know that, it definitely works out really well. And with the budget we have, it should not be that hard to accomplish, right? I know there's a lot of people. Paul was just out at the Bitcoin 2021 in Miami. He was wearing some Axion shirt, but he wasn't there, obviously, officially. But again, he was wearing an Axion shirt, and he got into some discussions, because one side, like on our merch, we have like one shirt where it's like, buy Axion, earn Bitcoin. So that one caught a lot of attention just because it had the Bitcoin logo. But anyways, to answer the question, I think definitely going forward, a certain percentage of the marketing budget should be allocated towards conferences and events. And maybe we take that to a DAO at some point, saying, hey, we're saying at least 15, 10, 15, 20%, whatever that amount is, whatever that vote is, having the community decide that we definitely think it's important to represent a certain amount of that marketing budget for conferences and events. So I would imagine it's going to come very soon. I can't see why anyone would vote or anyone would think it's not a good idea to have a booth and have Axion being represented, or even sponsoring. I mean, you can sponsor and have your logo, at conferences. There's a lot. More people that see your name and see your brand, they look at it like, wow, it must be pretty serious, right? Like usually if you're at a crypto conference, that's what's represented. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. It definitely needs to be incorporated for sure. And there's just lots of conferences around that are happening.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it should be a priority to take some of the marketing budget to go to conferences, and you can have a lot of volunteers as well, that can go. So you don't need to spend maybe that much.
Yeah. And I overall, I don't think, as far as the marketing budget, it wouldn't cost very much to do, right? The biggest part of having a booth is really that's your biggest upfront cost, because at some conferences it can cost quite a bit. But I think at Bitcoin 2021 to have a fairly decent sized booth, it was probably about 10,000. But you know what kind of mileage you would get on spending $10,000 at Bitcoin 2021 over 2 days, talking to like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and then giving out that material, like even, in, all the different things that go on. So there's just a lot of ways to look at it. But yeah,
I don't remember if it was you, Robbie, but I think it was on Axion today. It was an idea that you had a big screen behind you, and you have all the, the fishes that staked and the dolphins, and you could see all the activity. On the booth, so that was a good idea.
Because again, you just basically have like a digital board in the back, and you could see these live updates happening real time. Especially think about VCA, where all of a sudden you're seeing bids coming in, Bitcoin being paid out. It's all dynamic, and it's easy to do because all you have to do is just put a website like Axion Today up there. It could be something else, but the thing is, then people are literally seeing it happen live. Like that's what's so amazing about this ecosystem, is you can watch it like we're watching right now, and we're seeing this stuff happen live. You can look at it on Etherscan. You can track it. These are real people. These are real things happening live, So that to me makes it really, really interactive and engaging when people can actually see this stuff taking place.
Yeah, it was a really good idea. Yeah.
All right, back to the Axion Token Show. We want to make sure that you definitely have a spotlight here.
Come on, Superman.
Just looking at these two new bids in, we've got Dolphin 1.6, and we've got that Shrimp at 1.02. So very nice there. So for people that are new to Axion, that's basically what you do. Once you bid in, you'll get 10% back to your wallet, and then 85% will go to stakers. So pretty cool there, and 5% to the team. So
we got an early on stake. He couldn't wait 2 extra days. He had to get out and get a penalty. He couldn't wait 2 more days.
Yeah. What's with that? Look at that, 1.4 million. Who knows? That's $200. That could have been a couple, at least 2 dinners out, surely. 2 dinners of fine dining. So yeah. 49.2 million Axion there, so not too bad anyway. But you get a bit of that. I saw someone actually did in the off-topic channel on Discord talking about them unstaking their girlfriend's Hex stake, and they got 6,000. I was at 6,000 Hex less, and they wondered why, and it's because they had a big payday sitting in there, and I think those get penalised heavily, despite the fact that the stake was 98% completed. That was the case. So just be careful if you got a big payday sitting in that one, because that was a surprise to them. So yeah, we don't have those big paydays are coming up for Axion. That first one, I guess we're gonna have a bit of a party for that on the marketing team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. So there we are sitting there, folks. 6.6. This is actually a really good start. It's pretty good. 6.6.
Very nice. Yeah,
looking
nice.
good. And obviously the price of Axion at the moment sitting at 0.001357.8.
I saw you talking before about getting ready for Pulsechain, and you obviously done a few videos and being in Hex, like pretty much all of Axion today. We're all Hexion, Hex OGs. So what's your plan overall? What are you planning on doing there, Superman, as far as getting ready for Pulse? You're going to be sacrificing or what?
Yeah, I'm actually the strategy I'm taking is because it's in US dollars, and so far what we know of the gamification, I'm looking at going in with a couple of my relatives, and we're probably going to go in bulk.
Nice.
And that's how. So we'll be sacrificing Hex as our nominated, obviously, because it's a win-win all around. And so I do convey that in the videos that I do as well. But it looks I'll probably be going in with a couple of relatives and going in bulk with our US dollar value, and we're going to max out that and get ranked up. And,
very cool.
Hopefully if that's the way the gamification works, that's what we'll end up doing, and we'll get more Pulse than we will, being separate.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to me to think that I've been following Richard Hart since early 2017. Like early 2017, right? And I remember being, so excited. But that's what's so amazing, just about, the certificate of deposit, this whole type of brilliance that he brought. I mean, the innovation that's going to be spawned from, with Hex, with Axion and other products that, do different things. But really, I mean, it's an amazing thing, nothing but respect for, Richard. And, a lot of people, they might see, these other tokens, but I think it's really important for, the Hex community, even Richard Hart, to know that there's nothing but respect from the core amount of people that are in Axion. So many people that are in Axion are into Hex. So, hopefully in time, we're going to build bridges more with the Hex community. I know I've been making some inroads with some significant Hex influencers, and little by little, I think it's definitely possible, because there's been some bad blood there, and I don't think it needs to be there. So, for Axion today, we're really working on building bridges and really starting to, hold those olive branches out and really we think we're going to be more powerful together than, against each other. So I'm really excited for the future, because like I said, I was into Hex before Axion, love both of them, but I definitely think they both have extraordinary potentials. We're seeing already with Hex in one regard, but with Axion, I mean, I said this time and time again, it is a sleeping giant. I mean, the framework, just the professionalism, everything that's being built and how it's differentiating itself outside of, being close to Hex, it really is becoming a product of its own. And I just think there's just so much potential. People don't really realize, they just look at that price all the time. But I'll tell you one thing, man, the framework and just everything that's being built right now is really impressive, really impressive.
I agree with you. Excuse me. So, I think that they're all offer different benefits and features, right? But everyone thinks that they're all going to because they've got different features and benefits, are going to be different, right? The journey is going to be different, and people, can't always match one project's journey with another project. I think that's 100%. Important to take that into account. But totally. Like you say, Robbie, there's so much happening, and wow, we're lucky to have the quality of team at Axion. They really are superstars. And obviously, we can tweak around the edges or the strategy and make sure that's going thing. I think the community has a big role in that. And obviously, there's a lot of knowledge in the community. We're all involved in different projects. We know what's good and what doesn't work. So I think we can add value as a community from that point of view.
For sure.
And I think people there is the opportunity to put ideas up there as well on Discord and things like that. So that's something that's really, really important. So. Yeah, I think there are a couple of areas. Sorry, you were going to say, Willie?
Yeah. Personally, I'm not in Hex. My first really big investment was in Axion, so I'm fully Axion. But I'm wondering,
get some Hex. Get some Hex as well. I would definitely recommend it. Just get a little bit of Hex. Be in both.
Okay. I was wondering, does the two project, attract different kinds of investors, or is this the same kind we are going for? Or what do you think?
I mean, I would say overall, just being able to be a financial product, but really, the whole trustless interest, the whole, certificate of deposit, the whole thing was spawned by Hex. But I would say, a lot of that framework is being built. But that's a good question. I wouldn't say no that necessarily it's attracting the same audiences. I think that there could be some overlap, but overall, I think they play very well together for sure. People just need to know that in no way, are we antagonistic, but yet we show nothing but respect, for what Richard has built. I mean, there is no Axion without Hex. Keep in mind, say what you want, but the fact is that Axion only exists because Hex came out. So that's something to take in place that I think it's important for people to understand. But again, it's not that something's better, it's just different. And Axion is different in so many different ways, and the potential's there. But to make no mistake about it, I think it's very smart for people to be diversified. And if you're not into Hex and you're all into Axion, you need to get some Hex, and vice versa. If you're in Hex, you should get a little bit of Axion, because again, they're completely different and they're incredible potentials on their projects for sure.
Do we know if Axion will be available on Pulse, or is there any?
Not necessarily sure. I know, talking to one major Hexkin, he said he was actually going to put a good word in for to Richard. At the end of the day, it's kind of Richard to decide what's going to happen there, but it doesn't really phase me either way, because either way, I don't think Axion has plans and in the immediate future to move over to another chain anyways. So really, it wouldn't, even if that happened, they'd be like, none of the infrastructure, it would take a long time to go over there. So I don't think it affects us in any way. But I think that there's a huge opportunity for everyone, because regardless, if you're holding any ERC20s, anything, you're going to get, a duplicate. So regardless what people do around the whole Pulse chain thing, if you do nothing, you're still going to get the largest airdrop you've ever got. It's the largest airdrop in history. So it's a very significant thing. That's what's about to happen with Pulse. Yeah.
And the other side of it is that a lot of investors that are going to get into Pulse, and that will, if it plays out the way everyone thinks it is, and I'm pretty confident it will, is that quite a bit of that wealth will end up tuning back into Axion. And because at the moment there's actually a bit of a vacuum. There is a lot of people lining up their crypto to go into Pulse. So it is quite a large audience, and it could be, we could see anywhere between, on the low side, 20 to 30,000 people going in, and it could be way higher than that.
Some estimates, they're estimating the sacrifice phase, it could be something like 100 million, which is just absolutely insane. That's a lot of money, right? But anyways, everyone I talk to, obviously everyone knows where I stand. Axion today, that's exactly where I've decided to put all my focus. But make no mistake about it, anyone I'm talking to, I'm like, you still need to have some Hex. Just, this whole mentality that you have to only be in one coin, no other coins, just one project, is not wise at all. Anyone that says that, I would run from anyone that basically says, no, this is the only one. Don't look at anything else, only this one. And again, that goes for Bitcoin maximalists. And I used to be the biggest maximalist up until 2017. Like from 2013 up to 2017, I didn't even look at anything. And I mean, I missed a huge opportunity with Ethereum. I mean, I met Vitalik before he even launched Ethereum. And when Ethereum launched, it was 35 cents. Do you think I even bought even one? Not even one. Because I couldn't be bothered. All I cared about was Bitcoin. So you don't want complete tunnel vision. You want to be in good, solid projects long term. And there's handfuls out there. There's a lot of bad stuff out there, but there's a lot of good stuff as well too.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on all that. That's you got to have a balanced portfolio. You've got to have a bit of diversity in there, but you also need to choose the quality projects. And I largely stay in the value tokens, the civic deposits, and I love the fact that each, you got Hex on one side, you got Axion here, you got Wise over here. And I really find that those are the quality ones. They're also the better ones to be in a bear market with as well. There's a lot of good stuff going on there. But like I say, I think that's sucking out a lot of vacuum at the moment. I think once that all plays out, there's a lot of funds that will come into the Axion ecosystem from there as well.
I agree.
All right, let's have a look at a lot of the comments there. And Alex got Bag Saucy as well. This is now a Hex show for Axion. Now, we often talk about Hex on the show and other topics that are relevant to Axion. And Alex K, full Hex. Hex helps gain and feed some of the bids into the Axion auctions for many of us. That's true. And Maxwell will say no more about the subject. Hey, that's okay. We'd like to hear your opinion, so it's great. Superman, you're great. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. And Cardano TV's in the house. I also knew to complete 2 million Hex stake very early on. Luckily, I bought some of my Hex at 1.3 million per ETH. Wow, and under $100. So outlay was around $150, but 2 million Hex now worth 150,000. Yeah, that's awesome. So like I said, a lot of that, some of that wealth gets redirected back into Axion. So all good, right? All good.
All good.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at a bit of a roundup there. So we're still sitting at 6.62. We've got 12 minutes to go in the sniping hour. And, wow, I think that's a really good start. I don't know what the run rate would be. It's probably well less than 24 hours on a 6.6 ETH.
Yeah.
But, hey, looks pretty good. Funny things about run rates, they can change very quickly, can't they? Depending on what you're getting in each hour. So, yeah, it's a bit like, cricket run rates. I don't know if you watch cricket, but that happens in cricket games. So they have one really good over, and then the next a couple overs is really poor. The run rate just goes down the Googler if you're into cricket. I don't know if everybody's familiar with cricket, but yeah, that's the case. So all right, so 165 divided by 6.6, and we're at that's so we would just sell it out probably at this rate. So just sell it out. It says 25 hours, but we'd probably just be around that sellout period.
It's a great deal. I mean, it's amazing. What are we at? Almost 18 million. And that's not even including the 10% and then the extra percent of staking. So, I mean, literally, if you're going to stake this, you're literally getting about 22 million per Ethereum if you stake this max.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's phenomenal.
Hey, it's I think Willie, I think earlier you're talking about communicating some of the complexities around the investment. Yeah, that's really important. I think a lot of resources going into that. I know that Axion Today Show does a lot. The Axion Foundation team is doing a heck of a lot, and I think a lot of those websites and Twitter and stuff are helping out with that. But ultimately, I think it comes up with the community themselves. When there's word of mouth, you can never beat that. And it's probably just articulating that really well and demonstrating something's the easiest. I find it often when I'm onboarding somebody to a new project, I have to do step by step pretty much through that. So yeah, all right. Let's jump around through there and let's have a look at the price. So Axion's still sitting at 000134, and we're on the road to what's up Ethereum at 2,428. So if you're coming in with fiat currency, then definitely really good rates to get in at the moment with ETH and with Axion. So looking good there. And we've got some few posts there, comments. Let's go to the general, see what's happening in the Discord.
Yeah, the price on Axion is half the value from when I got in. So I should really,
it's a great opportunity.
Yeah,
super awesome.
Fill up my bags.
Fill up the bags, and how's 3 billion says HKS 82. 3 billion. How's that going to sell out? Could it not be shared with the other VCA? Well, that's what the mega VCA is. I mean, it's a reasonable point, but that's what it is. But we've had a pretty good start there. Pretty good start. So.
Well, we remember back in the beginning, Superman, where the mega auctions got up to some insane level before it, slowly got drained out. But wasn't it at about 6 or 7? Yeah, 6 or 7 billion. And it took a while, but I mean, eventually it sold all out. It just took probably about 3 of them or something. I forget what it was, but I was like, whoa, 6 billion. Everyone was like, that's an insane amount.
What it took us, I don't know, it took about 6 weeks or so longer to get to 2 weeks ago when we had actually caught up.
Yeah.
And I think that it takes. I said we need at least 2 weeks to see how the new rules, the balancing auction rules go, because it takes some time for people to get that information across. Like we're onto it every day, right? But other people, it takes time. You're probably looking at least 3 weeks probably just to get to that sort of core people, and let alone the people. Like we saw some people coming back in Discord, and and they were just saying, "Oh, I've been around for ages. I had mistakes. What's happening?" It's like months later. I put my stakes in, and then it's coming back months later. What's happening? What's been going on? It's like.
It's a good point from Alex. So it takes a lot less ETH now to sell out than the early auctions. That's for sure. Remember that one that was like over 1,000 Ethereum? There were a tremendous amount.
That's right. That's you got to take all those factors into account, don't you? All right, so that's pretty cool. We've got 7 minutes to go in the opening sniping hour. I've got my first 2 guests on here. Robbie from Axion Today, one of the 3 hosts there, and of course Willie. Thanks for coming on too. It's been quite a hoot. And don't forget on the show, it's an Axion show, but we do talk about other projects. We talk about ETH, Bitcoin, we don't mind talking about a lot of this other stuff. It really does add value. And particularly some projects are more relatable, like Hex and Wise and other projects which got some different stuff we can borrow and other also benefit from. So it's pretty cool, indeed. It's great. And we're sitting in that middle phase, aren't we, at the moment with the price cycle? We've had a massive pullback, 55% or something. We're at 43.8% down, but we're really sitting and idling along at the moment. So I did see a lot of the people doing interviews online. You got Max Kaiser and all the rest of them, Sayer and all those other crypto gold personalities, all putting their bid in. And different prices. Some of them go really safe. So someone was saying, "Oh no, Bitcoin's going to be I saw one today on the gold channel. Bitcoin's going to be 250. I can't remember the person's name. Going to be 200. He talked very. I mean, they're all intelligent people, but they're whether they get if they're not really into crypto, I feel sometimes their expectations are a little bit off. I do like people that are full on in crypto to see what they're saying. But
Max has been pretty spot on. I mean, he goes way back to like 2011, 2012. I mean, he got into Bitcoin really early, and if you look at his price predictions, they've been really on. And he's calling like some insane levels in the next 2-3 years for sure.
Yeah, and I'm with that. I'm on board with that. I can only see that the only direction I can see it going, to be honest. But the other thing was that they all coming with different price predictions at the moment, so it's just quite hilarious. Some of the ranges, but so you see some of the model ones, like the models where they're doing. I'm just forgetting all the terms now, but they're doing stuff where some have exact numbers. 307,000 is the sort of the medium term price. Some have 350. Others are saying, oh well, the next run will be past 70, 80, up to the 125. I often say this in the channel, but it's interesting. People with different models, but they actually come out kind of ballpark. Obviously, the most difficult thing is the timing, right? Getting the timing on the. They do have charts, of course. Every time they have a halvening, right? It's like about 9 months later or something, isn't it?
Like
get
6,
another move
6, 7
6,
months
9 months,
after halvening. Yeah.
And of course, this is getting squeezed. That's why I keep saying, I think that the bear market's going to get shorter and shorter, particularly for Bitcoin, because there's the emission curve's just dramatically changing with the halving. And the uptake of institutions' demand is still going up. Like they might, Elon can tweet about power consumption, but the institutions are already on. They're already, more and more every year. Takes, like I say, about 3-4 years for them to get on there. And like I just saw a couple of posts from some of the crypto specialist institutions, and they're taking on debt to buy more Bitcoin.
Wow.
So, even while they got write-downs on it.
Well, everyone knows that the dollar is getting decimated, and they're trying to find safe havens. So, I mean, crypto definitely is the future, and slowly the world's waking up to that fact.
Yeah. I'd say the most endangered species is the actual stock markets at the moment. And obviously, if you got two things, you got either income or wealth. So if the stock market gets hit, that's going to be an interesting play on crypto. But of course, it's a difference between if you're speculating on something or if you're hedging, and they're not necessarily the same thing at the same time. So, and we actually haven't seen a true hedge yet in Bitcoin, but I think it's increasingly more likely in the future. Is that a fair comment, do you think, Robbie?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think that we're moving towards inflation. They're printing like crazy. That's going to come to an end at some point. But for the foreseeable future,
that pushes asset values, right? The more money that's circulating around. That's
well, I mean, it just it really does a lot of damage. So I think people are starting to start to feel the first effects of the inflation wave, because things are starting to go up, but I don't think people even have the foggiest clue on how crazy the runaway inflation that's coming. Especially in the States, it's just a disaster. And then the one thing bad about the States is it's the world reserve currency. Keep that in mind. So the whole world gets affected by their recklessness. And again, I mean, every country in the world right now are printing like it's going out of style, because they also know that, the Great Reset, there's a whole reset that's about to take place. So they already know time is short. Who cares? Spend it, start divvying it out to everyone, but it will have devastating consequences. So the smart money are looking for very safe places outside of the dollar and traditional type assets. So I definitely think that, people are wised up with crypto. I just take a different philosophy that if these guys all know it's the future and they want to buy as much as they can, I think they're going to try to FUD as many people out as they possibly can. So that's why I see that it is going to be volatile. And I also see that, there might be another big boost, but I definitely think they're going to be pushing down the price a lot further down personally, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, Robbie says spot on, Robbie, says Alex. Alex says, I said Robbie says Robbie, but Alex says spot on. So absolutely. Hey, we've got about 2 minutes left in the opening hour. This is the opening hour. We've already got 6.62 ETH in. If we get this run rate, we'll
all right. Well, I definitely have to
selling out the whole.
I got to sit in the
thing,
background here.
So pretty busy. So yeah, we've got KFC. He's trying his last mind tricks, and he's very powerful with that. We've got John Robinson there with San Salvador accepting Bitcoin. El Salvador accepting Bitcoin as a regular currency. We're entering a new phase that geopolitical consequences. Absolutely, John Robinson. And like I said, I did the video the other day on Bitcoin pumpamentals, and one of the things was the rumor, probably close to the truth, that Russia was going to move a lot of their assets out of under the US dollar into the euro. So I thought that was interesting. Obviously, they got their old gas pipeline, I think, proved as well, which was controversial. So lots of stuff happening in there. John Robertson, other countries, institutions are beginning to feel threatened by crypto. You can wait for pressure to put crypto in the next few years. Yeah, sounds bullish to me. So,
yeah. I mean, Salvador for sure with that whole announcement. When now you have nation states, you have countries now that are accepting it as a reserve currencies or even currencies. That's a big deal. I don't think people realize exactly how big a deal that is. It's coming.
Yeah, one starts to fall, they all start. More of them start to fall in that regard. So
that's
pretty
right.
Cool. Hey, Willie, you might as well, we're almost in the last minute. You might as well wrap up with the last word.
Last word. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it was great to come on the show. Really appreciate it. So thank you for having us on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
very cool.
Very cool.
We were
the first guest on Superman's Axion Token Show. It's awesome. So yeah.
Thank you very much. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Yeah. We're not worthy. Yeah.
All right. I'll thanks very much, guys. And I'll probably just wrap up the show now. And we've just got 25 seconds to go, but we've had a really good start, folks. So let's catch me in 22 hours for the final sniping hour, and we'll see where we're at that stage. And of course, we've got a back-to-back VCA41 will follow up after that with 500 million Axion. So it's going to be a bit of a fun weekend for us as well. Now, this is also the quiet before the storm. We've got a lot of stuff coming out that's been worked on the last couple of months, coming out with the team. And we're looking forward to that in the next 4 to 6 weeks as well. So very cool. All right. See you all. And thanks very much for coming. Cheers. And it's time to get some KFC.
Let's do it.
KFC. Yeah. Hey, and Alex, thanks very much for your moderation as usual. Cheers.